Hey there, do you ever feel like you're just drowning in data? I mean, charts, graphs, dashboards, they are everywhere. Well, in this explainer, we're going to demystify all of it and decode the simple but really powerful language they all speak, data visualization. So think about it for a second. Pandemic trackers, those marketing dashboards you see at work, even those cool heat maps in sports analysis, what could they possibly have in common? They seem totally unrelated, right? Well, they all share one powerful secret weapon. And that secret weapon? It's the ability to tell a story. That's really what we're talking about here. Data visualization is what lets us finally see the narrative that's been hiding inside all those raw numbers. Okay, so what is it technically? At its core, data visualization is just the graphical representation of data. But here's the thing, it's not just about making things look pretty. Its real power is in simplifying really complex stuff, spotting patterns our brains would totally miss otherwise, and, most importantly, communicating a clear message in just a glance. But before you can tell a great story, you've got to learn the basic grammar, right? The language of data all starts with two key types. And trust me, understanding these two is the secret to picking the right visual every single time. First up, we have quantitative data. Just think quantity. It's anything you can measure with a number. Things like your height, the temperature outside, or how much something costs. On the other side, we have qualitative data. Think quality. This is all the descriptive stuff that fits into categories, like hair color, a brand of car, or types of music.
All right, let's do a quick gut check and see if you're with me. Take a look at this sentence. My best friend has curly brown hair. Are we dealing with measurable numbers here or descriptive categories? What do you think?
And if you said qualitative, you are spot on. Curly and brown are descriptions, right? They're qualities. You can't put a number on them. Nicely done. Okay, ready for round two? How about this one? The cake was 50% chocolate. Is that quantitative or qualitative? You got it. That's quantitative. The big clue is the number, right? 50% is a precise measurement. See, it's not so bad. Now that we've got that down, we can get to the fun part. So now that we know what kind of data we're working with, we can start to match it to the right kind of picture. This is where the storytelling really kicks into high gear, picking the perfect chart for the job. And this right here is probably the most important question you can ask. You're not just plotting points on a graph, you're a storyteller. So, what's the story you're trying to tell? Is it about a connection between two things, a comparison, or maybe how something is spread out? Think of this as your basic roadmap. If you want to show a relationship, like how does more advertising affect sales, a scatter plot is your best friend. For a simple comparison, say sales figures for different products, you can't beat a classic bar chart. And if you need to see the distribution of something, like the range of test scores in a class, a histogram is what you're looking for. And speaking of histograms, this brings us to one of the most common mix-ups in the entire world of data viz. Seriously, I see this mistake all the time, and we're going to clear it up for good right now.
So let me ask you directly, a histogram is not a bar chart. Do you agree with that? True or false? I mean, they look almost identical, but they are built to tell completely different stories.
Okay, here's the secret. A bar chart compares separate, distinct things, like apples, oranges, and bananas. You see those gaps between the bars? That's on purpose, to show they're totally separate. But a histogram, it shows you how continuous data, like people's ages, is spread out over different ranges. The bars touch each other to show that the data flows from one group to the next, from the 20-30 age group right into the 30-40 group. Big difference. All right, let's zoom out for a second and bring this all back to our daily lives. Because honestly, understanding this stuff isn't just some academic exercise. It's actually a critical skill for just getting by in the modern world. I mean, think about it. You see this stuff everywhere. Those COVID-19 dashboards that we were all glued to. That's data visualization. The sales charts your boss shows in meetings, that's data viz. The heat maps that show where your favorite athlete is most effective on the field, yep, that too. Even the charts your city uses to show how it's spending tax money. It's all the same idea, turning numbers into a clear picture. So at the end of the day, that's really the magic of it. Data visualization is like a universal translator. It takes this messy, chaotic cloud of raw data and turns it into clear information and powerful insights that we can actually use to make smarter decisions.
And that's really what it's all about. Now that you know the basics of this language, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What hidden stories, what unseen patterns are you going to start finding in the data that is all around you every single day?